Morning, everybody. It's 27 August. I'm hiking between Cornwall, Connecticut and Kent, Connecticut on a relatively flat section of trail going along the Housatonic River, which is very high, still well over its banks, and you can hear it a little in the background. Whoops, a little muddy area here, excuse me. But so I had some more song requests. One expression that's used by the traditional expression when you say goodbye to someone on the Appalachian Trail is happy trails. So I'm sure that was probably inspired from this song. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling on till then. This is pretty. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Till we meet again. So there's your song for this morning. Trail updates. I got dropped off from the motel/hostel, and a nice gentleman, Indian gentleman, running that one. And who was at the trailhead but one of the Yale groups that I taught yesterday. So they were full of smiles and waves. They wished me the best on my trip. I wish them the best in their studies. Study hard and have fun. And it's sort of nice when you feel like you made a little impact on somebody. It's a good feeling when you have it IPOP, when you're teaching the students and you feel like they got a lot out of it. Other things, today is supposed to be another scorcher. It's 8 o'clock. I'm already covered in sweat with minimal work. And it's going to be up in the mid 80s at least. Mid 90s, not quite as hot as yesterday, but still very mid 90s by heat index anyway. And into Kent, I might have a short day at Kent also to rest my feet. I have them doing my experiment with the socks and the sandals. So far so good. I have to be very careful in the mud and the water and the rocks, but it reduces friction. Socks would be very dirty, but it's not about the socks, it's about the feet. All right, everybody, have a great morning, and I'll talk to you later. Good evening from Kent, Connecticut. You can see the sign there, and there's an old train station with Kent on it. There are active railroad tracks here, but the station has been converted to a pharmacy/gift shop. Just going to walk across the tracks where it's a little quieter. This strip downtown, there's a number of shops, public library. They're selling books today. I browsed later this afternoon. There's a little shop there. This is the Fife and Drum Inn and Restaurant. You can see across the tracks there. I'm staying at the inn. That's the only place in town, and the restaurant is sort of a fancy restaurant, but the inn not so much, although they charge for it. Just going to have a quiet area over here. So Connecticut, a beautiful state. No big battles here, I don't think, during the Revolutionary War. They were called the Provision State back then by George Washington because they provided so much. Here's the Welcome Center, nice town green here. I'll come over here. So they were called the Provision State. They're now called the Constitution State, not because of the U.S. Constitution, but because of the they had an early constitution. There were a number of states that were developing constitutions. You remember historically it developed from the Magna Carta in Britain. You had the Mayflower Compact, and Connecticut had one of the early versions of the state constitution. Let's see. So I used to come to Connecticut once in a while. I had a Henry and Dorothy Cole, were my great uncle and aunt, lived in Fairfield. So we came several times to visit them, often on our way to different places. Not as much as we spent time in the rest of New England. They had a daughter, Pat, who moved to Florida, and we visited Pat in Boca Raton. Rita and I did some years back. So we're almost out of New England, and so there's a lot of memories here, which are very nice, but we'll be getting to New York and on for the trail. Some of the main reasons I came to town were to get new shoes. So I have new shoes. I'll try them out tomorrow on the trail. Also sent my boots to Delaware Water Gap because I understand the trail is going to be very rocky in Pennsylvania, so I may need the boots then. And hopefully my toes will have healed by then so I can wear the boots. These shoes should be more comfortable, and if not, I have the sandals to fall back on. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it for now. So tomorrow morning I'll be back on the trail again, heading south. Okay, have a good evening, everyone.